Hey, what's up? Have you ever wondered what it takes to qualify for a six-figure business line of credit? That unicorn of all funding products that does actually exist out there? Well, if you'd like to find out, stick with me. I'm going to show you exactly what it takes to get a big business line of credit and take your business to the next level. Let's go. Leo Cannell here with Seven Figures Funding. So over the years, we build out this marketplace of funding options, and clients always want to know, how can I actually get a business line of credit? What does it take to qualify? What are the benefits? So the first thing I would say is let's look at some of the benefits of a business line of credit versus a business loan, right? If you get a loan, it's something that's deposited to your bank account. You have to start making payments immediately. You're going to be paying some interest, and when you pay it off, what if you need more financing in the future? Well, now you have to go jump through more hoops, pay more fees, and get another loan, and that's very tiresome and time wasting. So that's what happens if you get a loan. Now, if you get a line of credit, the cool thing about a line of credit is you get that line of credit, you can use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off, and as long as you make the payments on time, not only can you keep that business line of credit for the life of your business, but oftentimes those limits will continue to increase. I started out with a type of business line of credit at $10,000. That business line of credit is now up to $102,000. I didn't even ask for the limit increase once. They just did it automatically because I would use it and pay it down, and that built and cemented that relationship. So in terms of the benefits, the line of credit is more beneficial because you don't have to, keep getting more financing. The limit increases over time. It gives you great flexibility, but a loan, you're having to pay it off and then you have to go get another one. Very annoying, right? So that said, how do you actually qualify for a business line of credit? Well, let's start at the top here. A lot of people, there's a lot of misinformation on the internet like, oh, if you have good business credit, you don't have to have good personal credit, you can get a business line of credit. That's not completely true. Maybe you can get a $1,000 gas card at Chevron or Exxon or Amazon or something like that. You can get a small store business line of credit, but you can't get a cash business line of credit these days unless you also have very good personal credit. Typically, the minimum credit score is going to be about a 650. Most of the time, though, we're seeing clients get a business line of credit with a 680 or 700 or better personal credit score. So number one qualifying factor at the top is you must have good personal credit, because the way lenders look at it is if you take care of your personal credit, you're more likely to also take care of your business credit and payments. If you don't take care of the personal, why would you take care of the business? That's how they look at it. And since they have the gold and the money that they're giving out, that's the rules that they make, right? And you would probably make the same decision if you were in their shoes. So number one, good credit, at least a 650, probably a 680 or 700 personal FICO score is the first qualification. The second thing they're going to look at is your time in business. Most often they're going to want to see 2 or 3 years time in business. Sometimes it can be as little as 1 year, but most of the time it's 2+ years time in business, that your business has been in existence, and that means registered with the State Department of Commerce, active and in good standing for at least a couple of years. Typically, that's going to be the requirement. The next requirement that they're going to look at to get that big business line of credit is your monthly sales. So not your net profits, but actually how much are you putting in your business bank account in deposits each and every month. And it's not you just putting your own money in there. No, they're only going to count actual sales from customers, clients, and income from your business. So if your average deposits over the last 3 months are, let's say, about $100,000, then you can sometimes get a business line of credit equal to about however much your average business bank deposits have been over the last 3 months. So if it was $100,000 on average the last 3 months, you might be able to get a $100,000 business line of credit. And so it's kind of based off of your business bank statement history, et cetera, et cetera. The next thing they're going to look at is your industry. Like, are you in a high-risk industry, right? Or are you running an OnlyFans account? Well, that's probably pretty high risk. They're probably not going to issue a business line of credit for your OnlyFans account, sorry. But if you're in a a restaurant, or you've got an e-commerce business, or you've got an you have some sort of business that's a little bit more mainstream and not seen as high risk, then your odds of qualifying are going to be really good. Some examples of maybe restricted businesses. Again, we talked about kind of adult themed there. It could also be something that's real estate investing. That's going to be seen as high risk. They're not going to typically do a business line of credit based off of real estate investing or insurance, or if you're any type of broker. But if you're any type of, brick and mortar, e-commerce type business, in businesses that are seen as less risky, then you've got a great shot, and you have nothing to lose by finding out if you qualify. In a marketplace like ours, make sure you're going somewhere that will do a free credit snapshot without dinging your credit. So that, my friends, is kind of what the lenders are looking for you to get that unicorn of all business products, the business line of credit. So make sure you take care of the credit, your time in business, your business bank deposits, and if you can transition and oftentimes, have an SIC code, which is the business activity industry you're in on your business tax return, that's kind of where they'll decide what industry you're in, and hopefully that is seen as a lower risk type industry. If not, then you can always add to your business and hopefully transition to a more, conservative, seen as less risky type business. And that, my friends, is what it takes to get a business line of credit in 2023.